trying to like get in the mood to cry, and this dude is like jumping on me constantly. Like I can't get in the mood to cry after there's a dog in my face. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Want to say hi to the camera? Say hi to the people. Say hi. Say hi. I'll take that as a hi. Also, I apologize for sounding and being sickly. Like, I'm just really sick right now. You see, I'm still struggling to look in the camera. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. I need to work on that. I look like Eminem back in like the late 2000s, early 2010 era. This is not exactly how I wanted the setup to look, but I mean, like, I just moved, still getting things together. It's the best I can do. Using that dual native ISO, just like, you know, make exposed a bit more correctly. Today, I want to talk about the short film I made, Cut It Out, for the Jacob Owen Tour short film competition. I have been trying to make a short for this competition since 2019. Every year, I write a short for this competition, and usually I end up not being able to make something for it, or I'm busy, or I just lose confidence. Parasomnia actually originally was supposed to be for the competition last year, but I decided just to wait, take my time with it, and change some things since, you know, the contest has its rules, and that would change some aspects of the short. And I said, you know what, I'll just make it its own thing. But this year, I decided, you know, I might as well try it. The rules made it a bit more simpler, a lot more easier for lower budget short filmmakers. For example, the rules being that every shot had to either be handheld or on a tripod, which definitely made it a lot easier because, you know, I'm competing against people who have freaking giant dolly rigs or cranes for the shots, you know, like, that's just not fair. You also had to use a mask, which is a pretty simple rule. You had to recreate one of those 5 different shots that they showed. And then you also had to keep the short under 5 minutes. So these are all pretty simple rules to follow. Keeping it handheld and on a tripod helps level out the playing field a lot more than usual, which is really nice, because one thing about the contest that's always intimidating every year is I'm a dude who makes no money trying to make shorts. Sometimes I can't, you know, fund a crew, which is why I just went all by myself. And I'm competing against people who have their own small production companies, you know, who work hard and have those resources. And, you know, loving the playing field did give me a bit more confidence in putting out something and thinking maybe I might have a chance to crack the top 25, which I didn't. No surprise. Initially, when I heard of the contest, I was thinking, you know, I'll make a horror comedy, have some people in it, and then I end up just, a lot of life has been happening. I moved and such. So I was like, you know, I'll just make something solo by myself. I'm just going to have to find time when I can to film. I loved having that flexibility. But, you know, life is life. So I didn't get as many shooting days as I wanted for it. I recorded most of that, like maybe 70-80% of it, on the day before it was due, which is, anybody who knew me in high school knew I always waited till the last minute for everything. So it wasn't all that surprising that I did that. So yeah, let's talk about the short film. Alright, so lighting setup for the opening shot. It's just, well, an MC there, MC up there. So it's looking, and it's just gonna be a quick whip, pan, and then I'll cut, set the next shot with the blue lights, starting here, and pan the rest of the way. Just the illusion of the movement and such. There's a dog sitting here. Yeah. Alright, for this next setup, I just have this light kind of hitting this board to reflect some blue light that's a little desaturated, and a very desaturated grayish light on the ground reflecting off the door to give us something like this. For the shot of the bear, I just... Is it a bear? I can't remember what animal it was. But with the stuffed animal, I just took some black sheets from a poster board. I cut them up and just tape them on the sides just to give it a bit more, just get some neg on there to like more focus the light instead of being so spread out. So I have the closet light on just so you can see what I did. So this is me doing the frame rate test. I teed to MC to 2 poles, shooting down with the camera right there. I first tried the frame rate test with my 8mm, but for the actual shot, I think I'm gonna do was at 18mm. Yeah, I want to do like stay closer. I just don't have the space. They also have a red light right here, which is basically what it was for the light setup. Same for frame rate test. Unless they get changing lenses, I might keep. No, I'm not gonna put the what I just did to try to do the masking test. Not sure if I want to keep that in the. That's probably not gonna be the frame rate test video. That might be its own. But yeah, that's a lighting setup that I'm testing. I'll probably keep it the exact same. And then I use a power window to stitch 2 clips together of me sitting and then me also moving in the background toward the camera to give the idea of 2 people being there. It's actually just 1. I haven't really done much with power windows, so this was something that took a lot to learn, and I also tested different frame rates for the monster-ish figure for his movements. I was inspired by James Wan's work in The Conjuring 2, where I believe he recorded the Crooked Man in 12 FPS, played it in reverse, it sped up, or he put it in slow motion and sped it up and put it in reverse. I don't know. But you mess with the frame rates and put it in reverse, and had the actor perform in reverse to give off that unnatural effect, which I really liked. And I tested different frame rates, and I ended up going with 12 FPS. I moved backwards and then put in reverse and sped it up to 23.98, and that's how you get the movement that the character had in those shots. All right, so basically the shot with the light coming down with the praying hands, I just grabbed my 100D, set to 1% with the Fresnel, and then the lights you see like come across the screen, overcome it. All I did was I pointed my camera over to a door, held my MCs in each of my hands, and kind of just twisted them back and forth as a reflect off the door, and it ended up creating just like a bunch of different colors. Sometimes it was white, sometimes it was like purple, you know, and that's how I basically got that. I kind of like took that from Punch Drunk Love, because I loved the one shot of the red and blue colors and everything. I thought it looks beautiful. I wanted to create something like that to cut in between the footage. I also initially wanted with the different titles showing up of, you know, there's something wrong and everything, to have like a Pazzle-tongue like voice overlaid over it, but I ended up just deciding not to do it. I just want to create something different than what I usually do, still in that horror vein, but not like my past works. I want to continue growing, and I want to keep doing something different. I can't stay stagnant with what I make. I'm hoping that you enjoyed the short film. There's plenty more to come in the future, especially in a similar vein to this, since this is the direction I want to take some of my work. I'm still definitely going to upload some more straightforward short films like I usually do. But yeah, this was definitely a big learning experience. This showed how much I've grown and gotten better at this solo filmmaking thing over the year by doing all the other spec films and such. And I'm happy with what I'm able to do now. I'm hoping to keep improving as time goes on.